are exploring, should we really be using our clean, treated drinking water to poop in? 40% of the global population already faces water shortages, yet each flush uses 1.5 gallons of clean, drinkable water straight down the drain. In some areas, 25% of household drinking water is used just for flushing toilets, while only about 5% is used for actual drinking. Potable water requires a massive amount of energy, infrastructure, and funding to treat and deliver, yet every drop that goes used to flush a toilet could have been used more meaningfully. As climate change intensifies and populations grow, freshwater sources become more strained. This inefficiency calls for rethinking in how we use our most valuable resource. That is why we are saying no, we should not use clean water for flushing. Instead, we propose a practical alternative using gray water to flush human waste.
Gray water recycling reuses wastewater to reduce overall clean water consumption. Gray water refers to used water from sources such as showers or washing machines, and unlike black water, which is contaminated by coming in contact with sewage, gray water can be treated and safely reused for non-drinking purposes such as flushing toilets. The treatment behind gray water systems is membrane bioreactors. This technology is more compact and efficient compared to conventional components like clarifiers and media filters. This method has two key processes. First, a biological component where microorganisms break down organic matter, and second, the membrane filtration where ultrafine membranes around 0.02 to 0.04 microns filter out bacteria and pathogens. The process starts by collecting wastewater through a screen filter to remove large debris. Next, microorganisms in the bioreactor break down organic pollutants before the water is pushed through the ultrafiltration membranes to remove any remaining contaminants. This effectively recycles the gray water to be clean and ready for non-drinking usage.
So how do we actually get a gray water system up and running in BC? First, it needs to comply with regulations. Although gray water is classified as sewage, it can be reused for low-risk purposes like flushing toilets and urinals. Specifically, according to the Manual of Composting Toilet and Gray Water Practice, only very light gray water may be reused for toilet flushing. This includes gray water from showers, bathtubs, and bathroom hand basins. Secondly, the system must be carefully designed using solid engineering practices and safety features, such as backflow prevention and clear signage. Treatment is essential. It's not just about reusing water, it must be properly filtered and disinfected to meet Health Canada's guidelines. In addition, the entire system should be planned and monitored by a qualified professional with regular maintenance to keep everything running smoothly. It might sound like a lot, but with the right planning and oversight, implementing a gray water system is totally doable and a smart step toward using our clean water more responsibly. We just need to be careful and follow the government's current guidelines.
Let's talk about the trade-off of this approach. Instead of using potable water, we are advocating for flushing toilets with recycled gray water. In this case, we are treating higher cost of gray water systems for the long-term benefit of conserving limited potable water resources. Here in Vancouver, the cost of 1 unit of water is $3.9 in the low season and $4.9 in the high season. For a single-family dwelling, the annual water cost is around $867. However, when it comes to gray water systems, households are expected to spend significantly more, not only for the system itself, but also for installation and maintenance fees. Because of this, the bill saving from reduced potable water use are completely outweighed by extra cost, making gray water system less publicly acceptable. Now moving to the environmental parameter, have you ever thought about why we have abundant water resources here in Vancouver? It's mainly due to three major reservoirs, Capilano, Seymour, and Coquitlam, that supply all potable water to Metro Vancouver. However, experts estimate that due to climate change, there will be more than twice as many days over 25 Celsius degrees by 2050. In addition, summer rainfall may decrease by up to 20%. All of this will reduce the reliable water supply from those reservoirs and put added pressure on infrastructure. Given that the average daily water use in the Metro Vancouver region is around 1 billion liters, we use approximately 109.5 billion liters of potable water every year just for flushing toilets. With a gray water system in place, it's possible to save this large amount of water and help combat climate change. What's more, recent reports suggest that utility fees could rise to nearly $1,000 by 2026, which is a 65% increase compared to 5 years ago. One reason for this increase is the need for government spending on new infrastructure to handle sewage. For example, the Iona Island Wastewater Treatment Plant project has already cost more than $10 billion over 2 decades of construction and upgrades. According to reports from indigenous communities, the treatment plant also poses significant stress to marine ecosystems due to its discharge of untreated sewage. Key species like salmon, unicorn, and crabs are being harmed. This also threatens traditional food sources and cultural practices. Because of this, by adopting gray water systems, less sewage would enter the drainage system, reducing the need for large treatment plants. In this case, it results in both cost savings and habitat preservation.
While a complete transition to gray water systems may not be immediately possible in British Columbia, we can develop a strategy for implementation over the next 2 decades. A key step is investing in the research and development of gray water technologies. For example, Greater Home, a gray water system that cuts portable water use by 20 to 25% and includes a user-friendly mobile app, shows strong potential. Collaborating with institutions and companies can also speed up development. Incorporating gray water systems during new construction is more cost-effective than retrofitting existing buildings, which requires complex plumbing and higher labor costs. By planning integration from the outset, we can optimize building design. Introducing government subsidies or rebate programs can also reduce the financial burden. For example, since launching the Go Electric BC program in 2011, the province has invested over $650 million rebates to reduce the upfront cost of electric vehicles and charging infrastructure. Finally, revisiting outdated regulations like the BC Sewage System Regulation is essential. Updating these codes to recognize grey water as a reusable resource will eliminate barriers and make it easier to implement safe and effective systems. Propose that the government of British Columbia support the implementation of grey water systems. This cost-effective solution conserves clean water, reduces pressure on wastewater infrastructure, and supports long-term environmental sustainability, helping to build a more resilient, efficient, and resource-conscious province for future generations. Thank you.